let's talk about Memoir of a Snail. But first, what are the experts saying? A feat of screenwriting, variety. The quirky sneak up on you, Hollywood Reporter. A bitter but ultimately sweet fable with a warming message, Austin Chronicle. A towering achievement, Los Angeles Times. And finally, shelled by 1,000 cats, this channel. Warning, this is an at your own risk review, meaning that I didn't really like much the film, but you may, and it's worth talking about. Synopsis. In 1917's Australia, Grace's life is troubled by misfortune and loss. After their mother dies during pregnancy, her and her brother Gilbert are raised by their paraplegic alcoholic father. When he passes away, the siblings are forcefully separated into separate homes. I know, inspiring. Something that you need to know is that despite being an animated film, this is not a film for kids. It's an R-rated movie. There is profanity, swingers, a judge who masturbates in public hearings, and frontal snail nudity.
It was now just me, some sexy pirates, and a few frisky guinea pigs who mocked my virginity.
All the good things. Now, let's give a step back and let me give you 3 reasons that may make you appreciate the film. First, it's a rare example of a stunning stop-motion animation. For instance, the opening, incredibly full of details, is mesmerizing and it leaves you gasping and asking for more. Second, it's a film with a message. At its core, Memoir of a Snail is about self-acceptance, about accepting ourselves doesn't matter how broken we think we are. It's about embracing our own imperfection. As Leonard Cohen says in one of its songs,
there is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.
And third, the critic loves the film. The film is being collecting hours non-stop. The Crystal Hour for a feature film in the Annecy International Animated Film Awards. The Grand Prize for Animated Feature, a special mention in the Ottawa International Animation Film Festival. The Best Animated Feature Film at Sitges. The Best Film at the BFI London Film Festival. And finally, is a contestant for Best Animated Feature in the Academy Awards. Now, with all of that, these are my 3 reasons not to love the film. First, excessive negativity. As someone wrote in Reddit, the film can be distilled into a series of, and then it got worse. Do you feel bad about her yet? And it's true. The misery that the characters experience over and over and over again during the film seems gratuitous at times. And then, when finally the movie tries to redeem itself with a sort of positive upbeat in the last 5 minutes, it fails. It's the equivalent of someone beating you for half an hour and then telling you a bad joke. You are not gonna laugh, you just wanted to finish and go home. Second, it's repetitive, to the point that after you digest the initial shock and you start understanding the pattern of it seems that something is gonna work for Grace. Oops, it didn't. Oh gosh, now things are much worse. It becomes boring. Third, it tries to be dark, humorous and comedic, but it also fails. It's not funny, at least not to my taste. I think I laughed once, maybe twice during the whole film. And it's a pity, because if there is something that dark humor and politically incorrectness gives you, it's the possibility to tap into a much broader set of topics that you can laugh about. But unfortunately, Adam Elliott, the director, misses the opportunity. Now, with all of that, I'm gonna give you some interesting facts that still may make you appreciate the film. The animation is a little piece of art. Stop motion has evolved greatly since the times of Jason and the Argonauts. In Memoir of a Snail, every single prop, set and character was meticulously handcrafted. No 3D printing, no mass production, over 200 characters and 200 sets were created, with an estimated 5,000 to 7,000 individual props.
We have over 200 characters in the film, and every single one of them has been handmade. These are all individually bespoke puppets.
Also, the film is a feat of will. Adam Elliott, the director, was born with something called physiological tremor, which causes his hands to shake.
Look, I was born with what's called a physiological tremor. So, in other words, I have this slight shake. You might be able to see the shake there.
Instead of taking it as a setback, he incorporated it into his animation style. His models are bigger than normal, making it easier for him to move them around. And his character design embracing perfection, setting them away from other Disney-like type of animated films. Another fun fact is that the animators use magnets to keep the characters holding together and animate their eyes. Every single blink was painstakingly created by applying tiny clay eyelids.
So this is a good one too to show you how we use magnets. So we use a lot of magnets in the film to hold the characters together and also so we can animate them. This is also a silicone arm, so this little arm has got little bits of wire in it so we can bend the arm into whatever position we want.
The film's budget was relatively low, 7 million Australian dollars. They even had volunteers to create the snail hordes. Have you ever noticed how Adam Elliott's films rarely have traditional dialogue? This is partially because of budget constraints, because of how difficult it is to make lip-syncing in stop-motion animated movies.
Down here you can see all these little mouth shapes, and they're all pinky, and in stop motion if the character says hello, we might have to put on 3 or 4 different mouths just for you to see that word hello. So it's a very slow art form, and we do 24 images per second. So we have to move the character 24 times to create just 1 second of footage.
Something that you want to know is that this film is inspired in real people and in real events. All characters in the films are based on people in Elliott's real life. He drew inspiration from his mother, from a friend with a cleft palate, and with a person who actually played a game of ping pong with Fidel Castro once.
So we have Fidel Castro in the film playing ping pong with our lead actor Pinky, who's played by Jackie Weaver.
Also, when Adam Elliott's father passed away, he left behind sets full of hoarded items. This sparkled Elliott's interest in hoarding and its connection to loss and trauma, which is one of the central themes in the film. Finally, if the voice of Grace, the main character in the film, sounds familiar, that's because Sarah Snook, who plays a main role in the series Succession, voices Grace. Pretty antagonistic characters, right?
Hi, my name is Sarah Snook and I play a character called Grace Puddle in the upcoming feature film Memoir of a Snail. The thing that drew me mostly to playing Grace, I've never voiced a character that is animation. I just found the story so touching and captivating.
In conclusion, watch the film at your own risk. You might find it depressing, boring, even triggering. However, there are other people that simply love it. Why don't you watch it yourself and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And that's a wrap on Memoirs of a Snail. As you can see, this is not your standard review. I am against the main wave of people loving the film. But still, if you like this video, click like, subscribe so you don't miss future deep dives, and clicking the bell button so you get notified whenever I publish a video. Also, leave your comments below, and until the next time, happy watching!